Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jan and you're watching Jan FX. In this video I'm going to tell you how to use Line Trader, and before I'll start talking about it, you need to go to my blog janfx.com, or you can go through the link you can see here, janfx.com/Line Trader, and you will find all the information how can you download and install Line Trader. So you will see and read all the conditions, what you should do before you will start using it. So here you can see all the instructions on what you have to do. So after you read and agreed with all the conditions, you will restart your MT4. And on the left side, I'm going to show you how you will activate it on the live account. So you can see on the left side in the navigator, in Expert Advisors, first of all, you need to make sure that you are in a live account. And so you'll find information accounts and Tallynex Live, and you need to make sure that you are logged into your live account, which you open under my referral link. And after that, you will see the Expert Advisors underneath the accounts, and there you will find an Expert Advisor which is called Jan FX Line Trader. So all you need to do is to drag it to any chart. So I just opened one of the charts, it's dollar yen, and you just take it and drop it into the chart and press OK. And that's it. You can see you will, if it was successful, on the left side, which is a panel, you will see the live trading option enabled for account, and you will see your account number. That means that you've done everything right. So now after that, I will switch my account to demo so I can show you how to use Line Trader. Okay, now I'm going to show you the settings at the demo account. Remember that you also can try Line Trader for 14 days since the activation at demo account, and I encourage you to do so you will be familiar with all the settings and options. Here again on the left side you will see the panel which will be telling you demo trading option enabled until whatever date you're going to have. So all the information is going to be right here. So before I'll show you the settings, you can see that on the chart you will have expert on the right corner, where it will have the name Jan FX Line Trader with a face which is not smiley right now. With the face like that, that means that the expert is switched off. And here you will have levels, and here the pending orders: buy stop, sell limit, buy limit, also removing the lines, grid, and the panel. And on the left side you will have the information which is called panel, where you will know the all the lot size you have, take profit, stop loss, market offset, confirmation pips, and the tracking, which I will be telling you a little bit more later. And also you can see that auto trading button is switched off right now. That means that everything is switched off. So let's start with Line Trader. When you double click on it, it will open the window, and you will see buttons, which is the first button, About, which will be just telling you about the Line Trader. Then you have Common Settings, and this is how you should tick it all. So you have positions for only long, only short, long and short. So I use long short. Then you tick Enable Alerts if you want any alerts for your trades. You can also tick Disable Alerts once hit. I keep it empty. It's up to you if you want to. And here Live Trading. Right now it's not allowed live trading. So if I press Allow Live Trading, that means if I press also OK and Auto Trading, you can see the face now is smiley. That means that the Line Trader is live. And So at this moment, for example, I didn't want to do it. I want to do the settings first. So I will switch off with auto trading here. You can see the face is not smiley again. I open it. So don't forget, you just leave this, you tick this allow live trading. Then in the safety, you just tick allow DLL imports, also tick allow imports of external experts, and leave this one empty. So then we go into the main settings, the inputs, where you can see again it begins and starts where it tells you JANFX line trader, and it's just a number. Then you have lot size, and here you can choose different sizes. Right now the settings are just standard, and that's where you can change to anything you want, whatever you need to do. So lot size, you know, from the minimum to maximum depends what account you open, if it's a micro or pro. So you know, in the micro you can have for example 0.01 would be the lowest, and up to wherever lots that you want to trade. So let's say I will place 0.02, and I will explain why next. Take profit in pips. So here you have -10. So a minus in front of the number means that if you are in a trade, then in 10 pips it will close half positions and would leave half with a trailing stop 10 pips. So that's why I place 0.02 because that would be the minimum if you want a trade to be split. So it will close half a position after 10 pips movement into your direction, and the rest, for example, if we had a 0.02, so it closed in 10 pips the first position at 0.01, and then the rest 0.01 lots, it will run on trailing stop 10 pips. So that number you can also change. You would like to have maybe you want 20 pips or 30 pips. It's up to you. You can change that number. For example, I put 20 pips, a little bit more reasonable, because 10 pips could be a little bit too low. 20 pips not too bad, and it all depends what you want to do with. So if you take minus away from it, for example, if you leave it 20 pips, that means if you are in the trade after market moved 20 pips in your direction, it will close all the positions. So if you had wherever 0.02, so you can also use here 0.01 because it would not split the trade, the lot. So 0.02, for example, in 20 pips, it will close all the positions. So it will not split and it will not place trailing stop. So that's why I'm going to leave it the minus, because I do prefer usually close some positions and some positions to run. So it will always close half positions. So if you, for example, take 0.03, then it will close first 0.02 position. So it will close a bigger amount and would leave a smaller running with the trailing stop. So stop loss in pips, this is the first stop loss you want to use. So usually I place stop loss 30 pips, depends on the strategy, of course. If it is a my trend strategy, then remember the stop loss I use much bigger than just 30 pips. This is for a different strategy. So you can place again between wherever from 10 pips you can do, which is very low. The some of you asking, this is very low. You can do any numbers here, 100 pips, for example. So I'll place for now 30 pips, but I'm saying these settings, these are not the settings for anything. I'm just showing you what you can do. Reference number. This is the number of the expert. So when you will be trading with it and it will be placing the orders, you will see in a trade chart, it will be telling you, for example, the trade was done with the expert, and you will see that number. Also with that, if you, for example, want to open few charts with the same pair, for example, I have right now dollar yen and I have reference whatever 10,000 here. So if I would want to run few charts with the same expert, I open another dollar yen chart, then you would have to change reference number. So for example, 10,000 can change it to 1, 10,002, to 10,003. So it will not collapse when it works, because you would want to place different trades using the expert, and with just one you can't do it. And that's why, but you need to change reference number if you're using the same pair. If you're using different pairs, you don't need to change number. If you, for example, dollar yen, euro dollar, pound dollar, and any other different ones, you don't change the reference number. But when you open the same pairs, then in every pair you would have to change it, so they wouldn't collapse each other. We have, these are the examples of how you should write days, months, years, hours, and minutes for your pending orders. So exactly how it says to you, tells you here, this is examples for this next buttons. So you have buy timed at no offset, and another option sell time at no offset. That means in here you would have to place year, month, day, hour, minute, and if you prefer seconds, for wherever buy or sell at the market price. So the expert will buy or sell at the specific day, if you would need to, at the specific day, specific hour, minute, and even a second. It would buy or sell at the market price at that time. So no offset. So you would have to write, for example, you want 2016, and you need to put dot, just exactly how it shows you an example. If you make a mistake, it will not put you into the trade. And let's say it's September now, then you put the month 09, and let's say, for example, it's 3rd of September, then you have space, and then you place a time. Remember, the time is supposed to be a chart time, the one in the server time of Talinex, which is UTC GMT. So you need to check it out and make sure that if, for example, you place a trade for news or anything, that you need to know what time in the chart that news is going to happen. So, and then you would have to place the time, for example, let's say it would be 12, for example, 30, and the seconds, for example, 25 seconds. These seconds specifically are used for that, you know, at the news events, quite often the spread gets widened, and it quite often happens in few first seconds. That's why if you, for example, place 12:30 without the seconds, it will pick up the movement straight away wherever 12:30 happens in that minute. But if you want to avoid, it's not of course guaranteed, but sometimes it could be that it's only in the first few, let's say 5-10 seconds, then the spread is quite wide. That's why you can try to not pick up that movement, and you would want to avoid that. So you can use a specific, let's say, 25 seconds after the news event happens. So for example, 25, you can do 30 seconds, 50 seconds. So it could be that it might avoid the spread widening. But as I'm saying, it's not guaranteed, but that's what it could be. This is how you would have to write it, exactly how it tells you the example. If you don't want seconds, you just leave the minutes. And exactly the same you're doing for about a sell timed at, and so that means specifically at that time it will buy. If you put it for sell at that time, it will sell at any price. It will be at that specific time. So no offset. So I'm going to remove it right now. I don't need it. So next, for example, if that you want to do the same, but for example, you want to buy and sell, or just buy or just sell every single day at the same time, then you use a specific time or general time, again specific with the seconds, or just general without the seconds. For example, you want every day buy whatever pair you want. Let's say you want to do it at 12:30, for example. If I put 12:30, let's do example here also 12:30, buy, sell. That's it. That means every single day, not a specific day, but every single day, every week, it will be buying and selling at the market price at 12:30. So that's how that works. So I'm going to remove it for now. I don't need it. Next, we have pending orders. Buy stop timed at, sell stop timed at, buy limit, sell limit. So these are the main settings which I do use, because these ones work with the offset. This is where I do with, for example, 20 pips up, 20 pips below, either from the levels of the channel, which I'm going to show you now how they work a bit later, or for example 20 pips up or 20 pips down, or plus minus more less from the specific hour, minute and second. So I'm doing exactly the same: buy stop timed at, sell stop buy limit. So it depends on the levels. So for example, I want again 2016 and September, and let's say 2nd, and then I want, let's say 12:30, oh well, let's say 20 seconds. Same I'm doing for both, so I can do for buy stop, sell stop, time that, exactly the same. I'm not going to do it, you understand. And then after that I'm going to the next. This is market offset, timed pending orders. So for these orders, for the timed ones, I'm placing a offset pips. This is where I'm placing either 20 pips, usually minimum I do place 20 pips. So it could be 20 pips, 25, it's 25, any number you can put in here, whatever, 30 pips you want. So my usual is 20, but I'm saying you can change it, but this is what you need it for. It's for market offset, time pending order, for the all these timed orders, for the ones offset, market offset. So they are going to work. So these ones at 12:30, wherever the market price is going to be, it will have to wait for 20 pips below and above, and it will either buy, and if I'll put in sell stop the same, then it's going to do both buy and sell, waiting for 20 pips market. Like this. So you have to check that you've done exactly right, no mistakes, for example. So that's how you do. So I wouldn't do it for the limit orders, because I am not using limit orders very often. So mostly buy stop, sell stop. Again, so this is going to do a specific day. If I'll remove the day and I'll just place, for example, a time 12:30, that means every day at that specific time, 20 pips up, 20 pips down from the market price at that time, it will either buy or sell if it's going to reach that 20 pips up, 20 pips down. So that's what this for. So exactly pending order lifespan minutes, for example, here you can see it stands 15 minutes. That means that the expert will wait for 15 minutes. If nothing happens in 15 minutes, for example, if we have buy stop and mark will sell stop, buy stop from the market price, 12 pips up, 12 pips down. If the market didn't move enough in 15 minutes, it will cancel the orders. So nothing will going to happen. So if you remove that, that means it will wait and until whatever. So if you will forget about it, remember the expert, if it will be switched on, and if you remove this, that means it will wait for whatever during unlimited period of time. From 12:30, it will be waiting for market to move 20 pips up, 20 pips down. It will go into the trade. So you would have to do then afterwards switch it off manually. If you place wherever, as you can do, for example, 60 minutes, remember it's a minute, 60 minutes, that means it will wait for an hour. Or you can put, let's say, just 5 minutes. Maybe you want just first 5 minutes to wait. And usually I do watch when news. I'm usually using it for a news events, and I do switch it off manually, so I'm leaving it empty. So this option, confirmation pips, triggered orders. So this is where you place, also I usually have 20 pips, but they are going to go with the ones you're going to place on the chart, so they are not depending on the times. This is what we are going to place, which I'm going to show you in a minute, using the levels here on the right, the level lines or trend lines. So this is where you do. You can also change to any number you want. So 20, maybe 25, but my usual is 20 pips. So I'll just leave it for now 20 pips. But I'm saying the settings are different. This is not a settings for any trades. It will not do anything automatically. It's a just helping with some trades. So, but everything else, it has to be done manually. So here you can be notified by alert or by email, and I don't use it usually, but if you can press, you can change it. So true means it will notify you. So I'm going to leave it as false because I don't need it. So, and notify by email, if you show your email, which you need to do in MT4, through the tools and options, you will find an email there where you can put your email, and it will notify you there. So here is just the colors of the levels, the ones you'll see here in a minute: buy stop, sell stop, limits, task complete, everything else. So you can change any colors you want. So you just double click, and then you can choose the colors you want. So right now it's just standard settings. It is how they been done. And here is the panel settings, which are for, so that's your panel. If you click on it, in a minute I'm going to show you, because if I click on it, it wouldn't do anything until I close that window. So it's the settings for this panel. For example, you can move it a little bit closer to the left. You can make a different color. Right now, for example, it's gray. This is the size. I probably would just leave it as it is because it's already okay. Doesn't need to be changed. But if you want to change, you can do so. And so here we go, dependencies. There is nothing really here for you need to do anything about it. So your main buttons would be inputs and the common. So now we have allow live trading. I have some settings which I'm saying I'm going to remove this one because I don't really want any trades really at any time every single day. So I'm going to remove it. So you need to make sure you place lot size, take profit, either you want with trailing stop minus, without a trailing stop, closing all the positions, you remove the minus, your initial stop loss, reference number. You can leave market offset wherever pips. That's the main ones, confirmation pips for our levels, which we're going to look at right now. So these are the main settings. You just press OK, and they're all done. So now we're going to look at here. We have buttons level size, level lines, and we have trend lines. So let's start with just level lines. So here you have, these are your pending orders. So you know now we have a setting 20 pips. So for example, you place buy stop, you can see that's your level. And also here on the left, on this panel description, in the tracking, it will be telling you. So you have a pair, which pair, what order, buy stop, enter. You can see that's our 20 pips from the price. Right now it's disabled until whatever time. It gives you a little bit of time, because if it doesn't, it's not going to have. You can move around it right now, and you don't need to worry that you might get into an unnecessary trade. So you have a little bit of time to place your level. So this is just a normal level. Remember, I had my system, a channel system. So for example, we have that channel. Let's take an example, and that's where we're moving it. For example, here, right? So I'm leaving it here. You can see I'm clicking on it, so it's set. So it's not moving now anywhere. You can see that's it. So for example, for one of the trades. You can see now it's disappeared, that it's been disabled, now it's active, and the settings is 20 pips from that level. So now that's what it helps. You don't need to calculate yourself, you don't need to do anything automatically. It will wait for 20 pips up. So if the market would move 20 pips up, this is where it will take you into the trade. So that's how it works. So 20 pips, and you can see it shows you the price 500, 593, exactly 100, 593. So 20 pips above it, this is where it would have taken trade. It's for buy stop. Sell stop, for example, the same. You can see it shows you again disabled until whatever, a little bit of time, so you can move around, but we don't need to jump above, right? We just place it, for example, wherever it would have been at the bottom, and here is would have been your setting. Now of course it's all happened, but this is how you use level lines, buy and stop, sell stop. So the same, sell stop again now 20 pips below. This is where it would have go into the trade if the market would go down. So 20 pips below, and the same, it tells you here the date when we place, what the date today, the time, current time in the chart, the server time. Then you can see again it's demo account, and initial lot size we left 0.03, you can see, and it tells you in here exactly that it will close 0.02 positions at 20 pips. Then it tells you take profit 20 pips. After that 20 pips, after it will close 0.2 in 20 pips, the trailing stop will be 20 pips steps. And initial stop loss is 30 pips, just what we had. You can see now here, you can see 30 pips, which I told you, you can go back to settings and you can change. And we have confirmation pips, again, it shows 20. So we have here market offset. You don't need to look at it right now because this is only for timed orders. You can see it even tells you timed pending orders. Hours triggered orders, 20 pips. So confirmation pips, again, it shows you 20 pips. And now it's tracking, and we have buy stop, sell stop, it's confirmation, 20 pips from this prices. So that's how it works. You can see, so for example, we don't need these levels now. Let's say if they worked, we remove the lines. You press the button, it says yes, and that's it, it's gone. If you want the panel, I told you, you can see you can click on it and it's in gray color. And if you want to change the color, you can go back to settings and make a different color. It's up to you. I usually just leave it as it is. Grid is just gives you a grid, much easier, just one press grid, because I do like to use grid, but right now I don't want to, just leave it a little bit more clear. Same you're doing with sell limit and buy limit. It will work exactly the same, but I usually don't use those buttons. But if you need for any other of your systems, so you can use that. It will be doing the same 20 pips from the levels. Now we're going quite other levels. I like to use the trend lines, and the trend lines exactly the same settings, but now you will see, so they are not a exactly horizontal. They're horizontal now, but this is what you can change. You can change the levels. So you take one side and you move it, just like any other trend lines, trend levels. So you move it, and here is one of your trend levels. That's how you do this. Now it's not horizontal. It's a trend, and it will be tracking and following the price. And for example, of course, I would need to draw it a little bit longer, for example, to wait. For example, I think that the market might continue going up. This is not very good example. It's just I'm showing to you on this one. But when it's moving up, for example, I think it might break at any time. It can break that level, and I'm placing again 20 pips above. So right now it shows the prices here, and it will be waiting for it's going to around this area. So here is about 103.879. So it's about 18, you see 187 379. So you can see it triggers it knows around here somewhere, and it goes to the that level. So from while market is here, which for example move here, it will be waiting for another 20 pips to go up, and then afterwards it will take you into the trade. So that's what's the help with this. You see, you don't need to wait, and you don't need to watch the market, for example, to know where exactly is it going to happen. So you just leave it, and then it will happen. It will do it automatically. So that's what it's helping. So, and the same sell stop, for example, exactly the same. So I'm taking it, and I can place it below. So this is our little trend channel. See, up trend channel. So it could be a little bit higher, could be a little bit low, all depends how you draw it. And of course, we don't need it at the bottom as we drawing, so we can put it a little bit higher, for example. And this is our trend channel, and we are waiting for market moving and breaking one of these levels. So, and this one does exactly the same. You can see it's disabled, gives you a little bit space, time to place it, and it does exactly the same. It's watching that area because the market right here, right now, it goes to that level and shows you it's 103, 220. So it's around 103 or 240 is a little bit lower, 220. So roughly around here, because it's a little bit low around here, you can see. And so that means it waits here, the market would move, would need to move another 20 pips from that level down, and this is where it's going to take into the trade. And if it's not happening, so the next candle would be moving slowly between these levels, and this is how the expert is holding and waiting for market to move and break any of these levels. So this is how our trend lines are working. So this were the settings, the ones I quite like also to use. Okay, so now, for example, we place the levels, and I have to press auto trading. You can see we have a smiley face on the right. That means now it's active, and that's it. Little bit with limit orders. So how do they work? For example, we have the little trend channel, yeah, and you know, the some of the like trading strategies like swing trading or something, and people don't wait for any consolidation or anything, and then just like try to buy and sell from the trend levels. So for example, here you can see the market going up, and it's already kind of moving here, and let's say, now let's take something, the other different examples. So let's say we have that big trend, and you think that what's going to happen, that you see the one of the trading, you think like, okay, it did once here, you see it was going up, and then it went down, went up and down, and you think again it's going to do exactly the same. When it goes to that level, it will turn around. So then you would use the sell limit. So instead of buying here, instead of you think it ain't gonna break, it will turn around. So some people, they don't wait. I'm saying there are different types of trading, and some people wouldn't wait for any consolidation or creating of any patterns, and they would want to sell from that level, for example. And so this you place the limit order, and also, but we have here again 20 pips. So that means 20 pips from that level up. Instead of buy, it would sell. So that's it. And as I'm saying, you can change the pips. You can change it, like let's say to one, just one pip. And when it touches it, for example, you say, okay, in one pip, you sell it. But if you are using, so for example, see now, it's still moving, so you'd think it will go there wherever sometime. Now 20 pips up, and then it sell. But if you are using few other levels, for example, you're also using a buy stop. Yeah, let's say you think if it will not go to that level, for example, you want to buy here, and then wherever. You have the same settings. So you have the 20 pips, you have the same distances, you have the same lot sizes. So that's the point is with this expert, you can't change different settings for different levels. So they all will be the same. That's why, for example, if you want to change, you want 20 pips you want to buy from that level, and let's say then it will go to this level, and you want to sell from that level, you want different lot size, then that's what I'm saying, then you would open a different chart, like the same, for example, you want to trade in dollar yen, but you want different settings for the levels, and you open more charts, and then you change settings for any levels you want, and you change the lot. Just the only one thing, don't forget to change the reference number. That's it. Just don't forget to do so. So that's all. That's how you do it. That's how you trade with Line Trader. So we remove just levels. That is easy way. And of course, don't forget when you are placed your levels to switch on auto trading and have a smiley face, and you know that is switched on. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye everyone.